Hey, we're back. My man.
We're back, babe. But I don't know if I'm playing golf anymore.
Oh, dude, we got so much to fill y'all in on. So much content over the next couple weeks. Maybe we'll even drop this banner sesh we've been trying to get. Tell me about your golf game. What's up?
It's not very good. Having a tough time breaking the 80 right now.
What seems to be the problem?
A lot. There's smothers, high and rights, low and lefts. It's just, I don't know what to say. I mean, I just played in member guest this past weekend with my partner Brandon Katzeff at Yakagani Country Club. And, yeah, man, I dog him for his putting, and I have to give him a shout out that he putted incredible.
Great. Well, he got a new putter, I understand.
Yeah, he got a new putter, but he's putting really good. We just didn't do it on the same day. You know, first day, I played pretty good. He played okay. Second day, he played good. I played okay. Just didn't.
Which is weird for you because, you know, you played at your home course. You're not used to, at least when I play with you don't really have that two-way miss going often, especially with your irons and really your driver. So to hear that from you, it's a little alarming.
I hit a duck hook on a drive.
I've never seen that. I've never seen you hit a hook. No?
Well, it's now a part of the game.
It's tough, dude. It's
How about you, bud? You been playing good?
No. Playing good.
I think we're in the same boat.
I mean, I'm actually exhausted from playing golf. I said that today. I'm like, you know what? I didn't play golf at all this past weekend at all. And it felt good. But it's not good, man. It's just like, it's kind of like you just go out there and you start doing the same crap, hit yourself, and it's like, why did I just do that? I just made a dumb mistake. And then it just snowballs, and then next thing you know, you're 10 over par. You look like a dummy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and right now, some of you might be hearing the birds chirping. We're at one of the most beautiful resorts in the country, Nemacolin. Thank you to them for sponsoring Chasing Birdies. But we're here, we're recording. The birds are happy, as you can hear.
Yeah.
And again, go check them out, nemacolin.com. A lot going on here. I mean, there is a lot for children to do, adults. I mean, I just got my hair cut here last week, bud. Like, I didn't even know that they did that.
I'll tell you what, dude, you're looking great, bud.
It's looking pretty good. A lot of gray, but whatever.
I mean, you've been gray now for 10 years. So
we got that going on. So please check them out. Tell them the Chasing Birdie Boys sent you over. The golf courses are looking incredible right now. So
good. And I'm excited. We're getting out here and play a little bit.
Well, yeah, maybe you go get your feet rubbed after this round. I mean, at the spa. It's a pretty good spa.
Yeah.
So back to us playing golf. At the member guest, I had a gentleman come up to me, and I know him, but he came up to me and said, I have something for you. And he gave me a Titleist 20, and it said Chasing Birdies on the side. And he said, you can't use this ball against me because I had them in the next match, because if you beat me, I'll fight you. So that was the stipulation. I could not use that ball against him. His name is Matt Gavea. Good dude. And a longtime listener to the show. He loves it, dude. He listens to it, and it's great. So,
you know, we got so much good feedback on Willie. What a great episode that was. And I think moving forward, looking into the future a little bit, we have some really cool things lined up, you know, with Nemacolin in place and entertaining some of these guests up there. It's only going to get better. I'm dropping some new merch soon. In fact, I see you're wearing one of our newest editions, but that thing looks great.
What's up? It's a little rope hat. Looks good. At the member guest, people were asking me, what are you coming out with hats, putter covers, this, that, and the other? The hats are coming out this week.
Yeah.
They should be up this week.
Yeah, our merch manager, Funna, sent them all down to Houston, and should be loaded up on the website for y'all to go on and check them out. Maybe buy one or two or three if you want. But they do look good. And definitely excited about this new Holderness and Born swag we got.
It's here.
It fits like a glove, bud.
It's here.
Bud.
Holderness and Born got us some swag. We're looking good in it. And I'll tell you this much, Nemacolin sells it. And I might need to get Holderness to get me a little shirt with the Chasing Birdies logo and the Nemacolin Pearl logo.
Pearl logo, yeah.
Because this stuff's so good. But regardless, you look great, bud.
Thanks.
Now that we got hats, I feel like we're official now that we got hats.
But official, I mean, we've been official. It's just, hey, keep doing what we're doing. And also, this episode today, I mean, this kid, this gentleman, this man, running the show at Bettinardi Golf.
He's running it, and he's running it in the right direction. You give somebody like me this, and I'll tell you what, boys, we might be closed, but he's booming right now.
Oh, my God.
And the creative mind there is incredible. American-made product. Again, they do everything in Tinley Park, Illinois. I know Ryan's putter's in production right now. My wedges are in production right now. I can't wait for them. I mean, I might not be playing golf by then, but can't wait for it. Sam, though, tells his story, how he got involved, a little bit of the background of the company. And again, it's a great episode, and somebody our age running a company like that's it's really cool.
Yeah,
so
it's impressive. And so you guys make sure you, after the show or during the show or, before the show, whatever, check out bettinardigolf.com. And it's definitely worth spending some time, maybe getting yourself fitted for a putter if you are an avid golfer, because the way they do it and utilize the technology is really impressive. So hats off to Sam and the whole crew up there at Bettinardi Golf, and we are so appreciative of the...
Yeah, we need to give a shout-out to Sam, Nick Brandt, Nick Martini, Mike Biviano. Those guys are the ones, man. They're the ones making that engine run.
Yep.
And, again, they do a great job there, and we can't wait for our partnership is going on right now, but I'm going to try to push them into getting us a promo code to get you guys a little discount on the website.
It'd be something worth that. So, hey, you guys, let's get this puppy rolling for y'all. Sam Bettinardi from Bettinardi Golf, and we hope y'all enjoy this one. As you all know by now, Chasing Birdies is proud to be partners with Holderness and Bourne. Check them out online at hbgolf.com. Holderness and Bourne makes fabulous pieces that help you look good on the course, even if your game is not up to par. Check out their new arrivals now for this golf season. Also, head on over to chasingbirdies.com to get some custom Chasing Birdie gear from Holderness and Bourne. We'll continue to drop these pieces through every season. That's chasingbirdies.com and Holderness and Bourne at hbgolf.com. Hey, we're excited about this episode today, huh?
It's exciting.
I mean, we're in person. We are in person. This is not a Bluetooth call-in. We're in person with Sam Bettinardi. Sam, thanks for jumping on the show.
Guys, thanks for coming to Chicago. What a quick trip, but great to have you here. You guys got to see the factory and get fit for putters this morning. How about it?
Dude, I was just telling him before you walked in, I'm so impressed. Obviously, Bettinardi's a huge operation, but to see the equipment and the process, it's incredible. So hats off to you guys.
And it's first class from top to bottom. You walk in, the lady, I don't even know her name.
Pam.
But Pam's
a sweetheart.
She's the best. Everyone makes you feel at home. And that's why I was so excited for you to see the operation, because I've seen it a couple of times, and it is eye-opening.
Yeah.
When everything is done, you're getting fitted for a putter, and you can look down and your putter is being made.
Yeah. No, it's incredible. So walk us through a little bit of the backstory with Bettinardi. How you came into the business and how your father obviously started the company, and kind of where you went, or where you were and where you are now.
Yeah, it's a really cool story. Bettinardi Golf was founded in 1998 from my father, Bob Bettinardi, and he started milling putters, even to back it up a little bit before that. In 1991, he walked into a golf shop in the winter in Chicago. It's cold, nothing to do, so he's looking for some new clubs. And he sees an ad on the wall for a putter that's milled on a Bridgeport milling machine. And those machines are machines you crank by hand. So he walks in, sees this ad, and he owns a CNC milling machine. And he wonders, why in the world are they making putters on this old school technology? I think I can make it better. So on the ad, there's a phone number for Callaway. It was a Bobby Jones Billet Series putter. And he said, I'm going to call those guys up and I'm going to see if I can make their putters. Leaves a message. Didn't think anybody called him back. 5 minutes later, they go, Bob, our quality with our current vendor is terrible. The delivery's late. We're unhappy. What can you do? Why don't you come on out to California and show us what your capabilities are? Bob hops on a flight the next week, goes and meets them, starts the process. Because at the time, he owned 1 or 2 CNC milling machines, and he was making putters for hydraulic companies, very high tolerance or tight tolerance parts, very intricate work. So going to California, learning what a putter was made, and seeing it, hey, this is what we need. This is a body. This is a neck. This is how we're doing it right now. You go do it, Bob. Show us what you can do. So he comes back to Chicago and in about 60 days figured out how to make a putter out of 1 block of steel. So at the time, they were milling the body. If you think of an answer style putter for us, a BB1, they'd mill the body, they'd mill the neck, weld the 2 pieces together. That was one way, or they were getting it cast or forged overseas or in another process. So the biggest contribution I think my father's made to the game of golf was he was the first person to make a putter out of 1 block of steel, milling it out of 1 block of steel. So that was really, really cool to be able to do that. So, over those 2 months, hey, I figured it out. I got this putter milled out of a block of steel. Let me show you what we guys can do. So he started making putters for Callaway and some of the other OEMs. And in 93, Scotty Cameron found out about my father and wanted to make some, putters made in Chicago out of 1 block of steel. And a guy named Bernhard Langer got that putter into play in the 93 Masters. And I'd say the rest is history. So a cool stat about that, I think, is that in 93, there was only about 7 players using milled putters at that time. And by 98, there was over 100 players using milled putters. So that was the big breakthrough in terms of one-piece milled putters and, milled putters in golf.
And back to walking through the factory that they have here, you can tell that they're investing in their future at Bettinardi Golf. That's the most impressive thing to me when you walk through there. They're getting the newest equipment, blocks of steel that we were actually picking up, and you can see that block of steel was being cut right there in person. It's your first time seeing it. So.
Yeah, no, it was eye-opening. And, the thing about it is, too, you think about golf, you think about golf club manufacturing, and with respect to the driver, for example, everyone is always chasing a little bit longer distance, a better face, twist face, for example. With the putter, I think you guys have your certain mold, your certain inserts, the right type of design on the face to really help the golfer elevate their putting game. And that's something that I would say most probably, amateur golfers don't really pay attention to and realize that, hey, you use a putter every hole you're on. It is the most important club in your bag, period. And to have that technology that you guys utilize and continue to improve and sharpen it is just, it's impressive. It's impressive.
And again, it all started from an ad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And our podcast is Chasing Birdies. He was chasing birdies then, and he didn't even know it in the putter world.
Yeah.
So then let's fast forward to Sam getting involved in the business. What brought you into the family business of putters and wedges and accessories?
Yeah, that's a great question. So after he started milling putters for some of those OEMs in the mid-90s, started Bettinardi Golf in 98 and saw some success. So I was born in 89. I'm 31 years old. So I grew up in a lot of this and started playing golf at the age of 4 or 5, junior golf tournaments, high school golf. I played college golf at Marquette University. And always have been around golf, love the game. So my original plan was to go somewhere else after college, work somewhere, get a little bit of outside experience, come back to the business, take it to the next level. So after I graduated in 2012, my father had the opportunity to work with Matt Kuchar. So all throughout that year, we had probably made him 20 or 30 putters. This new technology, this arm lock technology. Matt came to us and 2 other companies and said, I have this idea for a putter that I want to put on my left forearm, and I think it's going to make me a better putter. The year before, he won the money title on the PGA Tour. So he was already a great player and a great putter, but he wanted to be more consistent. So when he came to us, we, again, made him 20 or 30 putters, different offsets, different lengths, different lofts, because nobody was making arm lock putters. We were the first people to figure it out and engineer that. So when I graduated, my dad said, hey, we have this really cool opportunity to sign Matt Kuchar. Instead of working somewhere else, I need you right now. I need you to come into sales. I need you to come into marketing. I don't know what social media is. I don't know any of this stuff. Why don't you start now? So I knew I was always wanted to work here, and I always wanted to run the business because golf is such a passion of mine, and I'm a scratch golfer, love the game. So it was a matter of time. So with that opportunity of Matt Kuchar joining it, that was the start of it. So that was January 2013, and just kind of hit the ground running from there.
And now you're expanded. I mean, you look at the head covers, the wedges, the swag now. You've really elevated the company, and you can see when you're here the level of respect that everyone has for Sam at such a young age. I mean, he's 31 years old and he's running the show, and that's commendable.
Yeah, so I appreciate that. Yeah, thank you. We got just an awesome team. I mean, you guys saw when we were, touring the factory and getting fit in the studio. I can't do it without every single one of those people. So we have 140 employees here that, we make putters 20 hours a day, 5-6 days a week sometimes, from the putter being, the metal being dropped off, chopped on the saw to the machine, polished, painted, assembled, shipped in-house, our designers, our marketing team, engineers, order. I mean, we got just an unbelievable operation, a great team, and it's been so cool to see it grow to where it was more of a passion project for my father. Hey, I love golf. I'm a good player. I make machine parts. Hey, let me start dabbling into putters. And again, no knock to him. He had some great success before I started here. He won the U.S. Open in 2003, the PGA in 2004. Probably 40 or 50 tour wins during that time, but taking it from what his passion was and now the brand that we are today has been an awesome ride, and it's just going to keep going. We're not slowing down.
So, like Brian mentioned, the head covers, the towels, the metal markers, the divot tools. Who's the brains behind all these designs? Because they are so catchy. I'm looking at your wall of head covers right now, and it's incredible to see the designs, the creativity that goes into this. Do you have a team? Is it you? How does it shake out?
Yeah, good question. We have a really good team, but I'd say a lot of the ideas, and I don't want to be conceited or anything, but a lot of the ideas start in my brain, and then I'll go to my designers and I'll say, hey, I have an idea for a Windy City Wizard riding a magic carpet. I heard this song by Steppenwolf and, magic carpet ride. Can we do that? Yeah, let's do it, right? So they'll mock it up. Hey, change this, tweak that. Boom, beautiful head cover. Or, hey, how about the fat cat jumping into Poppy's Pond to celebrate Patty Tavatanikic's win? Boom. So it's a collaborative effort with our marketing team, myself, our designers. We have a couple meetings every week to keep the ball rolling and try to come out with cool product that nobody else is doing. And I feel like we're hitting, on all cylinders when we're having our high releases, what tour players are looking for. It's just fun. And to be able to make it ourselves in-house is even more rewarding. So design, hey, let's go walk over and see how the product's being made. Let's approve it on site. We're not ordering it from China where it takes 8 weeks to get a sample. It comes in, then 12 more weeks for production. We're making it live. So for me, that's awesome.
And you recently celebrated some success with a couple tour wins. Jason Kokrak obviously just recently won at Colonial, and he's repping the Bettinardi, correct?
Yes.
And the LPGA player with the food on her.
Patty Tavatanikit, yes.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's, and
that was a major.
Yeah.
That was our first LPGA major. So we've got 3 PGA Tour majors. We're still looking for the Masters, but for Patty to win, we signed her last year in the fall, December, and she wins pretty much straight out of the gate and took the LPGA world by storm with her length. She's hitting at 310, 315, but she makes everything. And for, a lot of guys ask me, hey, Sam, can you compete with some of these LPGA players? Absolutely not. These girls are unbelievable. I can't hit at 315. I can't make 30, 40 footers under pressure across the greens. I mean, Patty is unbelievable. We got to do some really cool video work with her and some content down at Isleworth, and watching her up close, she's a natural. It was so good. So the Bettinardi Tour staff, Matthew Fitzpatrick, Jason Kokrak, who just won. He's top 5 in the FedEx Cup standings. Kuchar, longtime user. Sam Horsfield, Freddie Couples, and Patty, joining Albon Valenzuela, Mooney He, Annie Park on our team. So we got 8 or 9 really, really good players, and proud to have them.
And now we have Ryan Bashauer on staff.
And we finally got Bash.
Yeah, I tell you what, man, I am sold. The Scott is out. Bettinardi is in. So for the listeners out there, I highly recommend you checking out Bettinardi line of putters. There is one for you listening. I know there is. You just got to pick it out, but it will definitely improve your putting.
And I think too, again, you go to bettinardi.com, you go through the website, you see the different putters that they have, you see the different wedges that they have, the different finishes. But another step to your business is the Hive. And a lot of people don't know about the Hive, and somewhat that's good. For somebody like myself, I love that because I like to have something nobody else has. So talk to us, how did the Hive get formed? What is the Hive?
Great question, Pepe. So the Hive essentially started, so next door where you guys got fit, Studio B. Studio B's been around since 2005, couple renovations here and there. But there was a closet in the studio that was just kind of an inventory closet. And I was looking for a way that we could really showcase that product. So we had all these beautiful putters, one-of-one putters, $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 putters, but they weren't merchandised right. So when we found this closet, we're like, hey, let's gut the closet out and make it a really cool room. So we did that, and if you guys walked in the Hive, you got to see it. It's kind of like the Boom Boom Room. It's a secret. Yeah. There's a little code on the door, but you go in, and there's just 50 unbelievable putters in there, and there's only so many people that can come to Chicago and experience that. So, hey, the concept was, let's take what we did at the studio where we have these beautiful putters, merchandise, cool head covers, ball markers, divot tools, accessories, and make it available to the masses. So because we make all of our own product in-house, again, we can't mass produce these putters that we're making with the welds, the finishes, the different head styles. It's very, very time consuming to make this product. So our goal is every 2 weeks online to do Hive releases, whether it's putters, head covers, ball markers, divot tools, you name it. We've done a lot of fun milled accessories depending on the releases. Last year we milled dice set. So that was pretty interesting. So anything that we think we can make that would be cool and golfers would love, we're trying to make it happen, and it's limited, first come, first serve. Today we did our US Open release. It was gone in a couple minutes. So it's the fun part of our business. The production line is what keeps it going in retail stores, around the world. We're in over 40 countries around the world, so we got to keep our distributors going. But the Hive is more of our creative aspect and our area to have fun and kind of show off the brand.
Yeah. So now awesome. Let's take it a step further from the Hive. That's an exclusive part of your business that has really caught on social media over the last 2 years. So what about now Camp Betty? Can you tell us a little bit about this site that's Camp Betty? And a lot of people don't know about this.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
No, Camp Betty is it's a group for, I would say, our elite collectors that are really, really into the brand. We have an area on our website called the Hive, which is online. There's the customers on our website that I would say are the best of the best that are always looking for more. And Camp Betty is more of a test bed where we'll try different products and get some feedback. And there's limited head covers. There's a variety of things, but it's not something we market. It's more of a private group. And yeah, good luck trying to figure out how to get in.
Well, and the reason I brought that up, I kind of put him in a bad spot there. But the reason I bring that up is Bettinardi is not just stopping at the front line. There's a layer. There's a layer. There's a layer. There's more layers behind it, and that just shows you they're not satisfied where they're at. They want to get to the next level, and again, that's chasing birdies. Sam's not only chasing birdies when he's playing golf, but also in the office whenever he's designing a new head cover, he's designing a hat or whatever it may be. So that's why I wanted to bring that up, and so that you could kind of see that there's a couple different layers.
No, we have the best customers in golf, and we're, a lot of these guys, when we do the 2 week releases, they're looking for more. So like I said, whether it's a test idea on a new divot tool, whether it's a new head cover, our collector base, the group of guys and ladies that we have in the group are phenomenal. So it's just a nice way to kind of reward them on product that is not available to mass. It's available to this tight knit group. And so far it's been great.
Wow. I mean, that's pretty cool. Cool layer there. Last question about the business before we transition over to talking a little bit about your hole-in-one at Butler National. Do you foresee any shift out of wedges and putters into irons or any other type of club, or are you just strictly stopping it where it is now?
Right now, we're solely focused on the short game aspect. Again, putters we've done since 1998, coming up on our 25-year anniversary here pretty soon. And wedges has just grown. It's just grown a lot, and we feel like we have the best product that we've ever made in the wedge category. We do 2-year cycles in the coming years. Maybe you might see a little dabble into some other categories, but if we design and manufacture the best product that we can make, we're going to bring it to market. So I'm not going to say we're not prototyping with something right now, but
I understand.
We'll see. Right. I'm going to talk on the wedges real quick because I just took another company 60-degree out, put Bettinardi in. It is incredible.
Well, you bladed it over the green at Pete on number 3. It was awesome. But other than that, the spin, the bite.
I did.
Hey.
We can't stop blades, but we can help feel and spin. That's what we can do.
You have a skilled B-cats in the car.
Yeah, they were sitting watching our third hole, little tight lie, and I flop everything. And I caught this thing on the upper lip of that wedge, and it went 50 yards, and I had to hit it like 10 yards. So
hopefully you didn't put an idiot mark on the wedge. I know it's more drivers, but
I didn't. But out of the bunker, the 60-degree was incredible. So I'm excited because I think I'm going to be reaching out to somebody about a 50 and 54 to get the other ones out. So let's talk about your golf.
Yeah, you love
playing
golf.
A lot?
Love golf. 2 kids at home, 3-year-old and 1-year-old. So golf's gone down a little bit, but still try to play twice a week. That's the goal.
Yeah. Well, hey, I mean, twice a week is probably above average for most people. I don't know. I mean, if I'm at 4 times a week, I'm happy, but twice is pretty good.
Twice a week in Chicago, so that's about 5 months. So yeah, it's been going pretty good.
Chicago has amazing golf, and that's what everyone always says when you say I'm headed up to Chicago for something. Oh man, the golf. But let's talk a little bit about Butler National, which I know you've played a couple of times. I've only played it once. Sam's obviously a member there. It's a very, very difficult track, and looks like you had a hole-in-one last year, perhaps. And maybe got beat in a tournament to a 20 handicap?
That was a tough loss to shoot 69 and get a hole-in-one and lose on the last hole to a guy that was a 14 who shot 37 on the front and his partner who was a 22 and shoots 42. So that's golf. That's why we have the handicap system, and it's a crazy game. But no, Butler's been very good to me. I've been fortunate to win the club championship the last 2 years out there, awesome. So that's been really good.
Congrats.
But it's one of the places that you, like I was telling you earlier, last Friday shot 70, yesterday shoot 76. You cannot take a shot off. Every single shot is so demanding. And when you guys both played there a couple of years ago, when you walk in, you'll see a stat on the wall from 1974 to 1990 when they had the the Western Open out there. It was the hardest course on tour, even harder than the U.S. Open. So I think the scoring average was 70.5, where the U.S. Open average was 70.3. So that just shows you how hard Butler National is.
Yeah.
Well, number 7's the par 5, correct?
Yes, beautiful par 5, about 650, wraps around Salt Creek, dogleg right. Just probably the best par 5 in Chicago, in my opinion.
Our caddy, I believe it was Justin Thomas. He said, did he hit it in 2?
He hit driver, and he was about 10 yards short going for the green in 2.
Yeah, I remember that.
That hole
yes
is everything you want and more. I mean, the whole golf course is awesome. The par 3s are all beautiful, and to be a 2-time club champion, I mean, you've got a little ice in the veins there, bud.
I figured it out the last couple of years, but there's a lot of really good golfers at Butler, and it's just one of those things I want so bad to win out there because it's Butler, and when you walk into the clubhouse, you see your name, from 1972, all the club champs till now. That was just the goal, just how do I get my name on this elite club, and I want it up there, so figured it out, and we'll see if we can go for the 3-peat this year.
I hope you do, man. Good luck. When is it? Is it in August?
Early August.
Okay. So you have any other golf ventures planned this year at all, or are you kind of just staying back here, work, family, and
work? Couple golf trips planned. Me and a buddy are going out to Long Island in mid to late August. Right after his wedding, we're going to be playing Friars Head and hopefully Shinnecock. So have never played golf in Long Island, but obviously that's a bucket list for a lot of us guys chasing birdies. And
yes.
Well,
Yeah, so Shinnecock, I've never played there, but
No.
I hear that's incredible.
And Nationals right there.
I want to go play Maidstone.
Maidstone
That's my
Club.
bucket list.
I've never played out there, so this will be the first time, and they're all right next to each other. If you've seen the ratings and seen pictures of all the courses, they're literally all within miles of each other, which is incredible. Back then when they built the courses to now, hey, look at all these amazing golf courses all right here.
We all know a gentleman with initials SP who claims to have a little gateway to Shinnecock and Maidstone. So
the only gateway he has is the parking lot.
Are we talking about the same SP?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, we're talking about the same SP.
He knows who he is.
Yeah, so
Yes.
he'll be laughing while he's listening to this one, but somehow he'll sneak into that foursome.
Do they call him America's Guest?
Well, it's a toss-up between him and my partner, Pepe, here. I mean...
That's what I was thinking. We might have to make an America's Guest head cover for you guys.
That would be a great head cover. America's Guest. It can be the fat cat smoking a cigar.
That's a great idea, Sam.
Smoking a cigar, America's Guest on there, and then maybe,
sitting in a car with my clubs in the...
Yes, walking into a locker room. Maybe there's no bill. No, you guys never get bills because you're America's Guest, right?
This is fantastic.
This is kind of how the creative process works. It just starts.
Yeah.
We just created a head cover.
Let's go.
You don't even know it.
Yeah, well, it's your head cover, bud. I'll give it to you.
It's named after you.
Yeah.
You might have to put JP, your initials on there somewhere. If it's free, I'll take 3.
Yeah,
Shit.
exactly.
That's so funny, man. Well, hey, at the end of the day, when it comes to golf, who's going to turn down a good opportunity to go play a good course somewhere? I mean, I'm not. If I'm on the invite list, I'm in.
Yeah, as long as you, like you said, you mentioned at lunch, coming down to your courses in West Virginia. Of course, it's on the list. Now you got to make time to make it happen, right? So I try to turn some business trips into some pleasure if possible. And I'm fortunate to be in the golf industry where a lot of times I visited these courses like a Marion, but don't have clubs. I remember a couple of years ago was selling some putters at the shop at Marion, and on the putting green, a member walks up to me, "Hey, are you Sam Bettinardi? Do you want to play golf today?" Oh, I don't have my clubs. I'm here for work. I got to go. So that's happened a couple of times, and it's so painful because you're on the most beautiful. Cypress Point, I've been to the pro shop, never played. So it's such a tease, but definitely got to make it happen, just make the rounds. But we got some time, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, you have times on your side. And for a lot of people, they don't even have the opportunity to get to those places. That's what Ryan and I just went down and played with a buddy of yours out of Peachtree, Collier Smith, and man, that's his first time playing.
Oh, the place is so good, isn't it?
It was incredible. I mean, it literally reminded me of Augusta.
It's the opposite of Augusta, when Bobby Jones helped create Peachtree and Augusta in terms of the shot selection, the variety. So I love Peachtree.
Yeah,
top 5 for sure.
Yeah, I would agree. I would definitely agree to that. What do you think?
Yeah, it's probably top 3 for me. Pine Valley's Pine Valley.
Right.
And Peachtree's Peachtree is absolutely incredible. You can name a hole and I'll tell you about that hole. That's how I judge a golf course.
Agreed.
Well, if you can remember a golf hole, and if you've only played that golf course one time, it's a good golf course.
Yeah.
If you have to go through your mind and think,
well, what was 3? Oh, and 3 was that dog leg right. Oh, that's when you know. If you can walk off a course and remember every hole after the round and then the next day, then it's a great track.
Exactly. And that's how I judge a good cigar. If you can't taste it in your mouth the next day, it's a good cigar. So, see, everything falls into place here.
We actually, we did have a couple of cigars last night after dinner. Jonathan and I went over to the
Biggs Mansion.
Very nice.
You ever been there?
I have not been there, but heard great things. I'm not as big of a cigar guy as you, Pepe. I can't have 2 a day.
Oh, man. 2 a day is light for him. It's unbelievable. He just smokes them, and I'm like, dang, But teach their own.
Yeah.
Kudos to you.
So let's get back to the golf side of things. The golf business is in such a good place right now. Where do we go from here for the golf world? 5 years ago, country clubs are closing down. Now, 5 years later, country clubs are busting at the seams, and they're not even letting new members in because they've got so many. The golf club manufacturers are busting at the seams. You're adding new production tools and more staff. Where do we go from here?
That's a really, really good question. It's a lot of thoughts that people in the industry, you know, when I deal with our retail partners and PGA pros, is asking the same things, is can we keep the people that just got into the game of golf because of COVID in the game of golf? So, you know, I think in America, there's probably 22, 23 million golfers. And during COVID, maybe another 4 or 5 million started playing. So let's just say we can keep 20% of those golfers, another million golfers got added. That's great. Every retail store in the country will tell you they're swamped. I mean, the numbers they're putting up are crazy. And I do think the ride is going to have to come to an end soon because it's going to be hard to keep up. But let's keep these new players in the game. I think that's the whole key, instead of, hey, I'm going to go play golf because, you know, the White Sox, you know, there's no fans allowed there, or movie theaters are shut down, or I can't go do, you know, the things concerts. Let's keep those players in the game by whether it's making it more fun or more attractive. I'm not the architect behind that, but if we can keep those guys in, I think golf will be in a great spot.
Yeah. And I think people are starting to enjoy golf more. I mean, you think about it. You and I played college golf. Ryan played college golf. After college, I quit golf for a year or so because I was just so burnt out. You have to play tournaments. It's so competitive. In the summers, you don't even get to go on vacations. You're playing competitive golf. Now, I love golf right now. You put a transfusion in the cart, turn the music on, and let's go. And you know, a lot of these country clubs now are becoming so lax that, hey, you don't necessarily have to tuck your shirt in or wear your hat straight. Or I think they're making it more appealing for the golf world, even though I don't agree with. I'm more of a traditionalist. Well, tuck shirt in and hat forward and all that. So
look at Malbon, you know, who at some point we'll have on here, and Bettinardi just kind of collabed a little bit. And that Malbon is that real lax lifestyle approach. And that's okay. You know, I think that's what more people are starting to realize, is that golf doesn't always have to be between the lines in terms of your apparel, or, you know, obviously you go to an Oakmont or Butler National, you're not going to roll in with your hat backwards and your shirt untucked. But at the same time, you know, if you want to go to a nice top 100 course like Pique.The, where it is a lax environment, you can have the drinks, the music flowing, you know, shirt untucked. And I think it's a great crossover. So I guess what I'm trying to say, to tie it all in, I think golf is in a really great spot right now. And I hope that it continues upwards like that. Reaching out on the peripherals.
Totally agree, to be able to have a little bit of both. You know, the tradition, you know, even think about baseball right now. There's a big argument with the traditionalists over, you know, innings played or pitching, guys putting substances on the ball. You know, hitters not hitting as far. They want to keep it like the game's always been. Don't touch anything about baseball. Yeah. So you got that in golf where, hey, you know, you have to have your shirt tucked in. It's got to be a certain way. I'm all for making golf more accessible, because I think that's what's turned a lot of people off over the years. So again, to your point, what other brands have done and what, you know, other golf courses done, you know, playing music, you know, more activities out there. I like some of these short courses that are popping up. All these things are, you know, just great for the game.
Yep.
And I'll tell you who's done a great job of that is Nemacolin. You've never been to Nemacolin, but they're coming on board, and we'll have you there sometime to play the 36 holes. And it's a lax environment there as well. 2 beautiful courses. I mean, again, you can ride scooters around the property and not have to worry about playing your music too loud. And I think that's what a lot more people our age are starting to enjoy. And it's good to see, like you said. I mean, if it's for keeping people within the game, I'm all for it.
Absolutely.
So what do you think your most memorable moment is within this business, being behind the desk at Bettinardi, working with some tour players? What sticks out to you in terms of maybe your most memorable moment or accomplishment with respect to your role?
That's a really good question. I mean, there's been a lot of things the past 8 or 9 years that I've worked here that have been really, really cool, whether it's doing our collaboration with Scottie Pippen last year, being a big Bulls fan. I'd say, just what came out to my head was Francesco Molinari winning the Open in 2018. I remember the previous year, that fall, he was here in Chicago at Conway Farms, and I remember going up to him and just saying, "Hey, Francesco, Eduardo, your brother uses our putter. I'm Italian, you're Italian. We like pasta. Why don't we make you a putter?" Sure, Sam. Okay, let's do it. So we made him some putters, and watching him go from maybe 36th, 38th in the world to winning his first PGA Tour event, winning the Open, winning the BMW over in Europe, which is their marquee event, going 5-0 at the Ryder Cup. That was really cool. Wow. And to have a big part in it, again, talked about Kokrak earlier, getting him going, being a 120 to 140 player on the PGA Tour in putting. Now he's, number 1, number 5 in putting. Same thing with Molinari. So for me, I think the rewarding aspect is seeing our name on TV on Sundays and knowing the fact that we had a hand in helping those guys get to that point. Again, the business side of things, there's been fun things with the Hive or expanding our business, getting new buildings, new machinery, all fun stuff. But I think seeing those guys win and knowing that we played a part in helping them win is just so cool.
Yeah, great answer. That's awesome.
I got a flag. I got a putting green in my basement, of course. I have to practice putting, and I got to get my son Mateo, keeping up with his putting. But I have the flag down there, to Sam. Thanks for all your help, Francesco. So that's just the coolest thing to be involved in the Open Championship winner, and the game's oldest major. So again, thing that came first to mind.
That major. That's the one that I watch TV on. All the time. I mean, you can wake up at 3 a.m.
Yeah, it's a great one.
Prime time.
It's the world's major, they call it, because you got Asia that, the Asian market can watch it, and versus, if it's the Masters, which ends at, 5, 6 Eastern, right? They're waking up to see it, where the Open, they can watch, pretty much all day. So
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to transition here over to our tap-in segment, Sam. And for listeners out there, Chasing Birdies is proud to be aligned now with Bettinardi Golf. So you definitely have to go over there and check them out online here. But I'm going to let my partner take it over here for the tap-in segment and roll right into it.
All right, Sam, a couple quick questions. Just give us what comes to mind. Wizard or Fat Cat?
Fat Cat.
All right. I wasn't expecting that. That's mine too. Favorite golf course?
Pine Valley.
Okay.
Tough to beat, like you said earlier. And that's in its own little world. So number 2, I'd probably say Butler.
Yeah.
And I have to.
Yeah, you have to. And that's a great
2-time major champion there.
I know.
So
hats off.
Dream foursome.
Ooh. I would say right now, let's go with Phil Mickelson. He'd be a lot of fun. You got to have a lefty in the group. I would say Michael Pena. I've been playing some golf with him. He's a lot of fun. Good guy to have around. And I'd probably go with my old man. Got to throw Bob a bone.
Throw Bob a bone.
Now is Bob on your team? Are you going to claim him on the first tee?
Depending on what his handicap is. I'll tell you after this weekend, we have a member guest together. So depending on how that goes, I'll let you know if he's on my team or I'm playing against him.
All right.
Member guests bring out a lot of true colors. That's
a lot of emotions.
Last question. Favorite drink on the course?
Transfusion.
Yeah. I mean, that's my go-to. They're sneaky though.
Well, Bettinardi has that head cover with the airstrikes, the transfusions.
We do.
Out.
We've been making transfusion products since 2016, 17, and it's kind of a staple for us in what we've been doing. And it's a fun thing. I didn't even know what a transfusion was until playing a private club and the group of guys. Hey, let's get airstrike of transfusions. What's a transfusion? And then now it's my favorite drink.
That's
there
awesome.
You go.
That's it.
That's hilarious.
Well, Sam, we can't thank you enough. A, for supporting us. B, for coming onto the podcast, taking time out of your busy day. So thank you very much.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Awesome.
Please, guys, go check out Bettinardi at bettinardi.com.
Jonathan, Ryan, thank you guys both. Appreciate you having me on, and good luck.
Yeah, thanks so much, man. And look forward to seeing you down in West Virginia.
You got it.
Thanks, Sam. We'll see you. Dude, is it me, or do these episodes just keep getting better and more fulfilling? And I don't know.
Yeah, it's really cool to see, people open up a little bit about what they're doing in their life. And again, Sam is running the show at a major golf company right now, a top putter company. And it was cool because I'm glad that you got to see the whole facility in person. We did this interview in person in Sam's office, and we're looking at these head covers. I mean, some of these head covers, bud, on the secondary market are going $1,000, $1,500 for a head cover.
I mean, you're over there. All you're thinking about is how you can get away with taking one or two.
My fingerprints were all over the head covers.
I mean, it's ridiculous sometimes the way you think.
It's embarrassing a little bit, but whatever.
Hey, hats off to Sam, who recently won the Butler National Club Championship.
Yeah, so when we recorded this, he won it 2 years in a row.
Yeah, now he went for the three-peat.
Three-peat.
He did it. Good for him. So, exciting news here. We got on the, I guess it would be
26th, we're going to drop a banter session for you guys because we got
so much crap to talk about.
We got so much to discuss, dude.
We got to talk about.
I can't even. You want to hear what I need to talk about? I need to vent about how Youghiogheny Country Club. I love it. I love the place, but they couldn't get the shots right.
But they didn't get the shots right. They didn't get the swag in time. We can't wait to hear about this one. And then we saw a video of B-Cats hitting a little wedge shot over the road.
We got that.
In the railing. I mean, this is all good stuff. We got to go back to the West Virginia Am. We got to go to the Pique Club Championship. We got to talk about the 5K race that your boy right here ran. I mean, there's all kinds. Like
I watched you do that. I smoked a cigar on the side and watched you do that. So I was proud of you, bud.
Thanks, dude. It was good. And then after the banner set, and by the way, on the banner session, we're going to try to bring in Spade's Corner, which is going to be a little gambling talk now that football season is right around the corner. But after the banner sesh on the 26th, we're going to roll right into the old Labor Day weekend special on September 2nd with your buddy Ryan Callahan, an Olympian or USA hockey player.
Yep, an Olympian. And what better way to start the Labor Day weekend with Ryan Callahan? He started his career with the New York Rangers.
Yeah, I believe so. New York guy.
Well, he's a New York Ranger. He's a Tampa Bay Lightning. And he had an unbelievable career. Hashtag unbelievable. Go get that t-shirt on chasingBirdies.co. But it's a great conversation with him. Talks about, his Olympic career, his NHL career, and his golf career.
Yeah, he loves golf.
And
I mean, this guy played with all the big boys down in Tampa.
I mean, we're watching kids doing cannonballs right now into the pool.
I mean, and where's the water wings? What's up with the parental guidance here, bud?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, yeah, you could do whatever you want here. Yeah, because we don't have lifeguards.
There's, but we're looking over the infinity pool here at Nemacolin at Falling Rock Hotel, and it looks fantastic. And the water's a little too deep for Ryan to walk out there, but I'll be here to watch him.
Thanks, bud. Wow. Hey, doggy paddle. That's all I got. So
go check out at chasing_birdies on Instagram. Like us on Facebook. Go to chasingBirdies.co. Get your swag. Again, there's going to be new product on there any day now. And you have a good one. Tee it high, let it fly, and go find it.
Amen, guys. And thank y'all for listening again. And thank you to Simpler Media and Rachel London for being our media production team and social media production team. Y'all have a good day now, all right?